So, my English teacher asked me to describe my morning in front of everyone. 3 sentences. I said 3 sentences, and the entire class went silent. Not the good kind of silent, the kind where people look at each other like, did he really just say that? Welcome to English Talks. I'm Ben. With me, as always, Zoe.
Hey everyone! Okay, so here's the thing. Your entire morning, from the second your eyes open to walking out the door, is just 5 verbs. 5. But first, then, what exactly did you say to your teacher?
Okay, so this was back when I was taking evening English classes in Madrid. The teacher, really nice woman, very patient, she goes around the room and asks everyone, describe your morning routine. Simple, right?
Sounds simple enough.
So she gets to me, and I'm confident. I know mornings. I do mornings every day. So I stand up, because for some reason I felt like standing, and I say,
Oh no.
every day I open my eyes at 7 o'clock. Then I stand from the bed and I go to the water room.
The water room?
The water room, yes, because in my head, baño, bathroom, I translated it as the room with water.
Then,
Wait, it gets worse. The teacher just stares at me, and then this German guy in the front row, very serious face, he goes, you open your eyes, like manually, with your fingers?
I mean, he has a point.
That doesn't make sense, though. What's wrong with I open my eyes? That's literally what happens.
It's technically not wrong, but nobody says it. It sounds like you're describing a medical procedure.
And stand from the bed? What's wrong with that?
Everything. But we'll get there.
The worst part? After me, this Italian girl goes, I wake up around 7, get up, have a quick shower, make some coffee, and head out by 8. Perfect! 5 seconds. Beautiful. Everyone nodded. The teacher smiled, and I just sat there thinking, we said the same thing. How does hers sound like poetry, and mine sounds like an alien describing human behavior?
Because she used the right verbs and you invented new ones.
I didn't invent them. I translated them.
Same thing sometimes.
So, you're saying my morning is wrong. My English morning is wrong?
Your morning is fine. Your English morning needs 5 verbs. That's it. 5 verbs and you sound like that Italian girl.
I'm keeping that goal. Okay, teach me.
I don't teach. I share.
Fine, share me.
That's also not how you say that. But let's move on. Okay, so let's start with the first thing that happens in the morning. Your alarm goes off. What happens first? Before you move, before you do anything?
I open my... No, I wake up?
Yes, you wake up. That's the moment your brain switches on. Eyes open, you're conscious. But here's the key. You're still in bed. You haven't moved.
So, wake up is just the brain part?
Exactly. It's the mental switch. You wake up, but you might lie there for 10 minutes scrolling your phone, right?
20 minutes. Sometimes 30.
Right. So you've woken up, but you haven't gotten up yet.
Okay, wait, hold on. So, get up is when you physically leave the bed.
That's it. Get up is the body part. Feet on the floor, standing. You're up. Actually, that reminds me of when I lived in Sydney, my flatmate used to say, I've been awake since 6, but I only got up at 8. 2 hours in bed, awake, doing nothing.
That's me. That is literally me. I wake up at 7 and I get up at 7:45.
And that's the difference. Wake up, brain on. Get up, body moves. 2 different moments.
So in my class when I said I open my eyes, I should have said I wake up.
Yes, and I stand from the bed should have been...
I get up,
See? You already have 2 verbs down.
2 down, 3 to go. What comes after I get up?
Quick question for everyone listening. What do you do right after you get up? Think about it. I bet most of you said, take a shower, right?
That's what I do. I take a shower.
And that's perfect. But here's something interesting. In the UK, people don't take a shower. They have a shower.
Have a shower? You have a shower?
I have a shower, have some breakfast, have a cup of tea. The British have everything. Americans take everything. Take a shower, take a nap, take a break.
So the Americans are stealing and the British are just receiving?
I never thought of it that way, but honestly, that's a pretty good way to remember it.
Okay, so verb 3 is have. I have a shower, have breakfast.
Exactly. And notice the connected speech here. Nobody says have a shower with 2 separate words. In real speech, it sounds like have a shower. The A in basically disappears. Have a shower, have a coffee.
Have a shower, have a coffee. That sounds right, actually.
And breakfast, same thing. I have breakfast comes out as I have breakfast. One beat, almost no space.
Okay, wait, but sometimes I don't just have things. Sometimes I make things, like I make coffee or I make breakfast.
Good catch. So here's the split. You have something when you're consuming it. You make something when you're creating it. I make coffee, then I have coffee. I make breakfast, then I have breakfast.
2 different moments again, like wake up and get up.
Exactly. English loves splitting things into 2 steps, the making and the having, the waking and the getting up. And connected speech, make a coffee in real life sounds like make a coffee, barely any pause. Make a coffee, make a sandwich.
Make a coffee. Yeah, that sounds right. So what you're saying is English treats every action like a 2-part event?
A lot of the time, yes. And once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Okay, so I have verb 4, make. Make coffee, make breakfast, make the bed. Do people actually make the bed?
Some people do.
I don't.
I know. Moving on. All right. Last verb. You've woken up, gotten up, had your shower, made your coffee. Now it's 8 a.m. What do you do?
I go to work?
You could say that, but there's a much better verb. Sounds more natural. Head out.
Head out?
I head out around 8. It means you leave the house. You're on your way. And in fast speech, I head out around 8. One sound.
Head out. I head out at 8.
Perfect. And you'll hear people say it differently depending on where they are. In London, people might say, I'm off. In New York, I'd hear, I'm out of here. In Australia, I'm heading off.
But head out works everywhere?
Everywhere. And the register changes too. With friends, I'm out of here. Normal, with a colleague, I'm heading out now. And in a formal email to your boss, I'll be leaving the office at 5. Same idea, 3 levels.
So, I'm out of here in a work email would be...
Deadpan, a resignation letter. Okay, 5 out of 5 unlocked. You've basically collected all the morning verbs like Pokemon.
That's exactly what this feels like.
Now put them all together. Full morning. Go.
So, let me try. Let me do the whole thing. I wake up around 7. I get up at 7:30 after too much phone scrolling. I have a quick shower, make a coffee, and head out by 8:15.
That was perfect. That sounded completely natural.
Really?
That's exactly what the Italian girl said, just with your own details.
I'm keeping all of those, all 5.
Okay, so here's what I figured out. Every single English morning, no matter who you are, follows the same rhythm, the same 5 verbs in the same order, and they almost sound like a little beat.
A beat?
Listen, the first 2 you already know. Wake, get. What comes next?
Have,
Yes, and after that,
make, and head.
you just said it. That's the whole formula. Wake, get, have, make, head. Wake up, get up, have your shower, make your coffee, head out.
Wake, get, have, make, head. That is a rhythm. It almost sounds like a drum beat.
And here's the best part. It works in order. That's your actual morning, step by step. You can't head out before you wake up. You can't make coffee before you get up. The sequence is the formula.
So what you're saying is, if I just remember those 5 words in order, I can describe any morning?
Any morning. Yours, mine, anyone's. Watch. I wake up at 6, get up at 6:30, have a shower and some toast, make a coffee to go, and head out by 6:45.
That's your morning?
That was my New York morning. In London, it was more like wake up at 7:30, lie there for a bit, get up at 8, have tea, not coffee, make some eggs, head out at 8:45.
Different city, same 5 verbs.
Same 5 verbs, always.
Let me try a weekend version. I wake up at, 10. I don't get up until 11. I have leftover pizza for breakfast.
Lovely.
I don't make anything because I'm lazy, and I don't head out at all because I'm playing video games.
That's still 5 verbs. Even when you don't do things, you use the same ones. I don't get up until 11. I don't head out.
You're right. The negatives use them too.
Now, let me test you. What was verb number 3? You have 2 seconds.
Have.
And what's the difference between verb 1 and verb 2?
Wake up is the brain. Get up is the body.
Perfect.
Oh, and if you want to practice all 5 verbs, there's a little guide with the transcript and some exercises in the first comment. Grab it.
All right, quick fire. 5 verbs, 5 moments. Ready?
Born ready.
First thing, eyes open, brain on.
I wake up around 7. And in fast speech, I wake up around 7. One sound.
Feet on the floor.
I get up at 7:30. I get up at 7:30.
The British version of your shower.
Playfully, I have a shower. Or I have a shower if you're in a hurry.
And the American?
I take a shower. Same thing, different verb.
Now you're in the kitchen.
I make coffee, and then I have coffee. Make it, then have it.
Last one. It's 8 a.m. You're leaving.
I head out. I head out at 8. Pause.
Quick. All 5, no thinking. Go.
Fast. Wake, get, have, make, head.
Okay, your turn, everyone. Say them out loud. Did you get all 5?
If you didn't, rewind 15 seconds. I'll wait.
He won't wait.
All right, I want to hear from you. What's the weirdest thing you used to say about your morning routine before you knew the right words? Tell me in the comments. I need to feel less alone about water room. See you in the next one.